Viewers, imagine this for a moment. A country once ranked among the poorest in the world, a place where hunger and poverty were considered destiny. Now, that very same country is preparing to shake the foundations of global food politics. No, this is not a fantasy. This is not a movie plot. This is happening right now, in the heart of Africa. And the name of that country is Burkina Faso. At the center of this transformation is a young, fearless leader, Ibrahim Traoré. And here's the twist that will leave you stunned. The weapon he has chosen to fight hunger and poverty is not oil, not gold, not diamonds. It is deer and locusts. Yes, you heard that right. Millions of deer and billions of locusts. But how? Why? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of Africa and for the world? Stay with me, because the answers may shock you. For decades, Africa has been painted with the same brush: poor, hungry, dependent on aid. We've all heard it. Africa doesn't have resources. Africa's people are starving. But President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso has decided to flip this narrative. He asked himself, why should my people beg for food when our land, our knowledge, and our courage can feed not just us, but the world? And so he launched a revolutionary project, large-scale deer and locust farming. At first, the world laughed. How can a poor nation raise deer and locusts and hope to change the world? But the truth is, this idea is not crazy at all. In fact, it may be one of the smartest moves Africa has ever made. Thousands of acres of dry, unused land in Burkina Faso are being turned into green grazing fields. Here, millions of deer are being raised under modern scientific methods. And these are no ordinary deer. They are special breeds whose antlers are worth more than gold. In traditional medicine, in China, Korea, Japan, and even in African villages, deer antlers are seen as a treasure, a cure for pain, a source of strength, a symbol of vitality. Now, imagine Burkina Faso becoming a global supplier of this priceless resource. But there's something even more impressive. Across the world, antlers are often harvested using cruel and painful methods. But in Burkina Faso, Traoré has declared a new principle. Progress must never come at the cost of cruelty. That is why antlers here are collected only through the safest, most ethical techniques. When the antlers reach the velvet stage, the deer are gently anesthetized. Expert vets perform the removal with care. Medicines are applied, protective caps are fitted, and within days, the animal is perfectly healthy again. This method is being called by experts worldwide human and green farming. And for the first time, a poor nation is teaching the world how to balance profit with compassion. But Traoré's vision doesn't stop there. The antlers will not just be sold raw. They will be turned into powders, capsules, and supplements, ready for export to Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Universities in Burkina Faso have even launched research programs. Scientists are studying how new medicines can be developed from these antlers. Think about it. What was once dismissed as folk healing in villages is now being researched in global laboratories. And while the world looks at the antlers, Traoré has not forgotten his people. Protein deficiency is a serious issue in Burkina Faso. Families survive on chicken or goat meat, but prices rise every year. The poor simply cannot afford enough protein. Deer farming changes that. Now, fresh, healthy, affordable venison will be available to ordinary families. And this is not just any meat. It is rich in iron, zinc, and vitamin B, nutrients that fight weakness, build immunity, and restore health. Restaurants in the capital city are already preparing new venison dishes. Deer soup mixed with African herbs like hibiscus and baobab. A recipe for both strength and healing. And in the future, imagine this: African venison served in 5-star hotels of Europe and the Middle East, frozen and packaged meat exported worldwide, a once aid-dependent nation, now feeding the planet. Viewers, step back and look at the bigger picture. This is not just about meat, not just about antlers. This is about rewriting Africa's future. For years, the continent has been treated as weak, dependent, powerless. But Ibrahim Traoré is proving that with courage and vision, even a small nation can challenge the global food order. And here's the real suspense. If Burkina Faso succeeds, other African nations will follow. Suddenly, Africa will no longer be seen as a land of hunger, but as a food powerhouse. So I ask you, viewers, can this bold plan truly make Africa self-sufficient? Could this revolution in deer and locust farming really challenge the superpowers of the world? The story of Burkina Faso is not just the story of one country. It is the story of hope for an entire continent. Tell me in the comments what you think about this daring vision. And if you found this story eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the journey of Ibrahim Traoré has just begun, and what comes next might change the world forever.